Are not going to believe this. I'm getting ready to pull out of O'Reilly's, and my son says to me, "Mom, that stuff smells so good, you might just want to take it just the way it is. Just take a drink of it." But you know what you should do? You should do a video. You should do a video, and it takes like 10 minutes to kick in, and some of your videos can be, 15, 20 minutes. So right at the beginning of the video, tell everybody what it is, and then take a sip of it, and then do your video, and then let people see how you react on it. I'm like, you want me to do a video where I'm getting high in front of people? What the? No, that's not how it's going to work. He's all jacked out of shape because he's pissed at my other son, which is calling him at work on his work phone to bitch at him because they don't know what's going on with Todd, when Todd's supposed to get shipped out, if he gets shipped out, how long is he going to be out for, and a bunch of shit. Oh, Lord. What the hell name is that road? I'm going to go back too far, I could go straight. I'm trying to get over to Jake's place, and I'm just not knowing the quickest way to do it this way. Okay. Anyways, I'll do videos where I'm gonna let my husband think I'm not recording when I might be recording, and then I might be posting it. He's going to get pissed if he finds out, but I'll try to make it something inconspicuous like I did yesterday, where I was just talking and then he pulled up, so I wanted to know if the light went out, which the light's still going out, so this is like freaking awesome. This is Parkway. No, that's the fairgrounds. That's Livingston. Okay, we'll go a little bit, we'll go down to the next light, which would be Parkway, and I know Parkway will cut me over to Woodbridge. Then I got to go home the long way again. We need to get the thing on this car because this is a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit we have to pay tolls in our own fucking town to begin with, but that's another whole story altogether. There it is. Yep, that's it. Oh, great. I got to figure out how to get this back window light to come on so I can clean that. I know it's okay because Jeff went and got a new blade for it and everything. Okay, this Parkway, this will take me all the way down here. Yes. Anyways, I feel better when I have an issue and I talk it out. Even if I'm not personally talking face to face with somebody, I feel like I am when I'm leaving videos or making videos. I feel like I am talking face to face. I feel like people are listening to me and I'm getting how I feel out there. I'm a normal person who illegally records videos while I'm driving down the road. But I'm not gonna get in any accident or anything like that. I don't drive reckless. I like to do videos. I like to cook. I like to try different things. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yesterday, when I wanted to cool down the I don't really need it that high. When I wanted to cool down the macaroni and cheese because I had made it so spicy the night before. The spicy didn't bother me one bit, but I know Jeff won't eat it if I do it like that, so I had to cool it down. And using yogurt, I read somewhere that you can use yogurt for just about anything. You can substitute that for sour cream. You can do just about anything you want with it, and that's why I got a big container of it. Boy, this road ain't any freaking better. But it's not expensive. You get the non-fat plain yogurt. You can use it for anything. You can use it what you use for sour cream. You can use that if you want to make like a dill dip for veggies. I mean, yogurt is good for you actually. So let's turn here, see if that works. Can you tell I might be a little lost? Van Buren. That looks like the storage place right there. If it is, then I'm in the right spot. Yep, it is. And sour cream. A lot of people use the sour cream, the low-fat sour cream. To me, if I open a container of sour cream low-fat and then a container of regular sour cream, and I have them at the same day open, put them in the fridge, the low-fat sour cream goes absolutely horrible way before the regular sour cream does. And I don't know if there's less preservatives or how they make it, or I don't know anything. All I know is if you open 2 containers of sour cream, one low-fat, one regular, and you put it in the fridge, the low-fat one's going to go bad first. And I prefer not to do that. I do buy a lot of sour cream. I have lots of cream cheese. I get blocks of cream cheese, and I also have cream cheese that is, not yoga. I get the Walmart brand too. To me, Philadelphia cream cheese and Walmart cream cheese, there's no difference. And I like doing like ham roll-ups and stuff like that, so what else was that I put in there? I can't go faster than. But wherever I read the thing about the yogurt, I try that in everything now, and it's actually really good. It gives it like, you know how some people like mayo and some people like Miracle Whip. A Miracle Whip has that little tang to it, but mayo tastes like mayo. That's like the yogurt. The yogurt has a tang to it. It gives it just a little bit of a tang type thing, and I like it. It works great. It did the job. It cooled it down, and then I just put the pepper jack cheese, the Kobe and pepper jack. I grated up that whole block and sprinkled it on top. Jeff, I said to him, "How is it? How is it?" He's like, "Oh, it's really good. It's really good. It has a little bit of a bite." It's like, such a. He just can't do hot, and I was raised on hot. I put spice on everything. He used to be able to keep up with me. Me and him used to be able to eat some shit that had, hot peppers and everything you can think of on it. And then all of a sudden it's like he can't do it. He gets heartburn. He can get heartburn drinking water. This man is like, he hit a certain age and everything bothers him. He has to watch what he eats. That's one of the reasons I think he switched from regular coffee over to the mushroom coffee, because it doesn't give him the heartburn that regular coffee does. And when he gets heartburn, he gets sick from it. He gets it so bad. I mean, I actually feel bad for him, because he's actually drank water and had to stop. We were going somewhere. He had water, and it's like he had to pull over to get sick, and it was from his body reacting to the heartburn that he got from the water. So, I am driving all the way out here, and I'm not positive. I put Jake's key in my purse. My purse is just this little tiny thing. I basically I want it big enough to hold my phone and strap over my shoulder. I don't like holding it. I like having my hands free, but I don't like having a bunch of crap in it either. I used to carry a purse like a normal person. Now I don't. As long as I can get the only thing I can't carry in these is like a checkbook, but the only thing that I do with the checkbook is basically pay bills. I'll write out checks for bills. Other than that, today must be junk day. Other than that, I use my card or I do my banking online. I have this, when I was married the last time, my last marriage before Jeff, I was married 3 times. My first husband I was married to less than a year. He's the one that I got pregnant by when I was 16 years old. He was the type of person after we were married and the paperwork was signed, he's like, I own you. I can do whatever I want to you. You are my wife. You know, me caveman, me homo sapien. And that lasted less than a year because I was the type of person, you ain't gonna do shit to me. You try it, you got a fight on your hands. Then my second husband, I was married to for 10 years. And that dickhead was the type of person, that's all he did was sit in the bathroom. We had a bathroom in our bedroom and turn the fan on and smoke pot all day. That's all he did. His pot was the most expensive. He made a homemade bong out of a baby food jar. I mean, this man, that was his thing, was pot and drink. I actually am not gonna lie, when I was married to that man, I could put away a 24 pack by myself a day. And I think it was because I was married to that man. Because as soon as I said enough is enough, I'm gonna die if I stay married to him. Because I would go to, and I was a functional alcoholic. I could literally go to work, come home, drink, go to sleep, get up, go to work, come home, drink. I mean, I could function. I was an alcoholic and I could function. And it just got to, I knew if I stayed with him, I was going to die. So I started everything I had to. I got a place of my own to move out. I got a place of my own to move out, and then we had our name together on everything. And we had a card that was in my name and a card that was in his name. Somehow or another, he got the card that was in his name that I carried from me, but I couldn't get the card he had from him. When we went to court, they ordered him to give it to me, but by then he had maxed it. He bought a vehicle on my credit card for $8,000. And then this is when Broadway was all tore up. I mean, it had drop-offs this far. You weren't supposed to drive on it. They tore it all up. You had to use the side streets. They were redoing Broadway from like Cass Avenue all the way down to Lafayette. And that ass took that vehicle that he spent $8,000 on, and he was at the bar somewhere, I want to say Spinning Wheel on Broadway. He got drunk and he took off down. Now, mind you, the drop off to get onto the road was this deep, but you know how where they have like the water drains, the manhole covers, they stuck up out of the ground that far because that was all going to get filled in with whatever the piss they fill it in with. He went flying down Broadway in that vehicle, bottoming out, hitting those manhole covers. By the time he made it to Lafayette, the car died, never started again. And he decided he wasn't going to pay on it no more. So by the time we went to court, he was ordered to give the card back or cut it up because I canceled it. I tried to get it so he was responsible to pay for that, but it was in my name. So therefore I was basically screwed. We also had, when we were together, filed a Chapter 13 because we got ourselves so far in debt. And he could work. He did work, but I worked more. I was the one that was working constantly and, taking care of the kids. In fact, when I found out I was pregnant for my youngest one, I was 30 years old. I said before that, because I had John when I was 16, I had Todd when I was 18. Then I waited 6 years to have Garth, and then I waited 6 more before Jake was born. After I had Garth was 3 or 4, I said once I was 30, I was never going to have another kid. And then I got pregnant at 30. And that's how Jake came about. But we were in debt, my credit is shot. I have right now, I've got it down to about less than $15,000 is what I owe credit wise, and I don't know. I just I'm not gonna, and I don't hold I don't make Jeff pay my bill. My bill is my bill. That's what I had before I got with him. That is not a bill that I'm going to hold him responsible for. That is my bill. That is what I will take care of. That's kind of one of the reasons why I'm trying to do videos, to not only tell everybody my life story, but to also be able to pay my debt down without Jeff being kind of in there responsible or something. No, that ain't it. Oh, come on. Oh, got it. Get off the stairs. So that's one of the reasons why I'm making the videos, is to pay my debt down. But after me and him got divorced is when me and Jeff got together. Me and Jeff, he went through a divorce. I went through a divorce. Both had nasty divorces. We got together. We were living together. We were sharing all the responsibilities. Like I said, we had that house on Bay Shore. It was in his name, and he was making the payments. I was paying the bills. So, you know, we were working together on it. And when I had the accident and I had enough money, I had over $100,000. I knew I could pay off the house. The first thing I said to him, we weren't married at the time, is let's get the house in my name too, your name and my name, and we'll pay it off. He agreed. We were together for 10 years before he says, you know something? It's been 10 years, you know, because we were both in a relationship for 10 years. And they had their ups and downs. We had our up and down. And then we finally got divorced, and they got divorced. And then it was like me and him been together for 10 years. And we're trying to think, how many ups and downs did we have where we broke up and left each other? And we didn't. We started thinking, hey, guess what? Maybe, you know, then I was like, well, maybe it's because we're not married. If we get married, things are going to change and it ain't going to be any good. Nope, that wasn't it. It is raining. I'm here and waiting for it to get less rain, and it's just getting more rain. I might as well just bite the bullet and go in. Anyways, after 10 years, we decided, you know, let's do it. Let's get married. So, actually, it was closer to 11 or 12 years before. He asked me to marry him at 10 years, and then we waited 2 years before we actually got married. And then now this year will be our 10th wedding anniversary. So we've been together. You add the 10 years to that, we've been together over 20 years. That ain't bad. Never thought that would happen. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and go in, because it's not going to get any better. I will come back later, probably after I get home. This is starting to look nasty, and I left windows open at home, so hopefully I'm not getting rained in there. I'll be back soon. Bye.